This is Boston Chris with another great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show.
Louise here.
Script.
Featuring all genres and styles of entertainment.
And coming to the ETX ROCKS.
Let's hear it from Louise, please.
From the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond.
Out of the box, ETX ROCKS.
It's awesome.
We keep them coming.
$5, that's pocket change.
Well, hey, y'all, this is Haley McDaniel. Are y'all ready for this?
ETX ROCKS Show is the greatest show of all time, okay?
We are ETX ROCKS.
The ETX ROCKS Show is the best show of all time, say? The other shows, you're good, you're real good. As long as we're around, you'll be second best, say?
Cut.
Hey, this is Rachel Holder, and you're listening to ETX ROCKS.
Welcome to another episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. I'm Louise, Leone, producer of the show and stepping in as host today with a guest who has a unique story. Taken from his Reverb Nation page, not even of the age for a driver's license, this young talent has thus far performed on the stages of NAMM, toured with Zendaya, the Disney star, rocked the legendary House of Blues, Granada, Gas Monkey, and Gillies, just to name a few. He was also selected to be in the Beatles documentary Scream and Shout, 31 Days That Changed America Forever, and was invited to perform in the UK at Westfield Presents. Additionally, in 2016 and in 2017, Griffin won 3 categories at Liverpool's prestigious Fab Charts Awards for Best Vocalist, Best Video, and Best Song. In 2017, he was nominated by his fans to be Indie Guitarist of the Year in London and won by a landslide. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Griffin Tucker. Griffin, thank you for being on the show.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. All right. So, Griffin, you began performing when you were around 8 years old. How did you break into the music business at such an early age?
Well, I've been going to this music school because I've been playing drums for 3 years, and my music teacher had told me that there was this band looking for a drummer. So I auditioned, and I started in a Beatles tribute band. And of course, I've gone to many other things, but that's initially how I broke into the business.
Okay. So, yeah, you got your beginning playing drums in a Beatles tribute band at 8 years old. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I understand that you also play guitar, bass, and keys, as well as sing. Were some of these instruments more difficult to learn than the others?
I think the first couple instruments I tried to learn were a bit difficult because it's just getting the fundamentals down. Like drums, you have to get the rhythm and the feel and all that. You have to get your timing right. Guitar, that was the first fretted instrument I had to learn. Of course, that was a bit difficult. And piano, when I started learning piano, I had pretty small hands. So it was a bit difficult to do the piano chords. But other than that, it's just applying what you know from other instruments and applying it to other places.
All right. Well, do you have any personal favorites among the instruments that you play?
My two personal favorites are drums and guitar, and I love them for both for different reasons. I love drums because it's a great stress reliever. You can just sit behind them and just bang on them, And guitar, you get to just run across the stage and interact with the audience, and I love interacting with the audience and all that.
Awesome. Now, most 8 to 10-year-old boys are mastering Pokemon, but you were mastering music. Did this kind of make you feel like you were a little different from your peers at the time?
Well, of course. I've grown up around a lot of people who have been interested in a lot of sports and video games and all that. But I just found this love for music, and I just wanted to keep pursuing it. And I wanted to be as big as the heroes, as my heroes. So yeah, I kind of felt different.
Yeah. Well, did you ever struggle with feeling the need to kind of fit in with these other kids that are playing sports or getting into video games and having those other activities?
I never really think about it as fitting in or not fitting in. I just think about it as being friendly, because I don't want them to be like me, and I don't want to be like them. I just want to be friendly with everybody.
So for you, is it kind of more of a balance of knowing who you are and accepting who you are and accepting who they are for their differences as well?
Staying true to yourself. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Now, now you became a solo artist at 11 years old. So you've gone from being just a member of the band to kind of stepping out and doing your own thing, letting your voice be heard. And how exactly would you describe your musical style?
My musical style can be summed up in 2 words: retro and rock. My musical style, especially with my debut CD, you can hear all of the influences that I've maybe mentioned before, like Beatles, AC/DC, Kiss, Zeppelin, Queen, all these great bands. But I'm still putting my own little spin on it.
All right. Well, yeah, I definitely noticed the Beatles influence first and foremost in your music, but all these other rock influences as well. And I think it's unique and it's interesting that somebody as young as you are is kind of pulling from those classic sounds and keeping them alive by continuing that style.
That's just the music that I love and I grew up with, and I'm still covering those songs because I love them. and I love performing them live.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys were clearly some of your biggest musical influences while you were growing up. What about current musical influences? I mean, who do you like who's kind of on the radio today?
Not many current bands really influence me, but there are some bands and musicians that I like, such as Bruno Mars and Maroon 5. I love their kind of style. And, of course, Bruno Mars, you can't help but feel that kind of almost Michael Jackson almost.
Yeah,
I love
definitely. Now, being 15 and fully into the music scene can bring a whole different type of pressure other than that pressure when you're young and you don't necessarily quite fit in with the other kids around. Well, these days, how do you stay true to yourself in an industry where even seasoned pros have difficulty not kind of selling out?
Well, many people that I've talked to in the industry have basically been screaming at me to either go into pop or go into country, or you won't make it. And by the way, rock is not dead, and rock is coming back. So, and staying true to myself is just, I love that kind of music, and if I'm doing something that I don't love, then you'll be able to hear that music. You'll be able to see it when I play live. So I just stay true to myself, just doing what I love.
Well, as an artist, trying to get into venues and with that pressure with either, I mean, this is Texas, so the pressure
Right.
to be country is enormous. And then I'm sure at your age, the pressure, the expectation of it, of your sound being more like pop is definitely there. Do you have to face a lot of rejection from venues in trying to come out and say, hey, I've got rock. This is what I'm bringing to the table?
So sometimes, but mostly wherever I play gigs, they know, like, they're big rockers. So most of the venues that I play at are huge rock venues and all that. So, and they know my style. So I don't really get rejected at many venues.
So you've already.
I don't really get rejected at venues just because of the music that they usually play there.
All right. So you've just kind of gotten already to the point where you know where your niche is and you know where that's going to be accepted. So you're kind of working in that area.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is an undeniable passion in your music. So what is the driving force behind your creativity?
Well, I just listen to music all day. I play music as much as I can throughout the day. And I think of music all day. So it just kind of almost pours out of me just to be creative and all this melody and all that. So I don't really think of it as like almost a driving force. It's just having fun.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
So you just eat, sleep, and breathe music.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know, different songwriters have different ways of gaining inspiration, whether they have a muse, something outside themselves that they observe and write about that. Sometimes they write from what's going on in their personal life experiences. And we've had some describe it as something that almost like it's outside of them, that they're just kind of channeling this creativity. So, I mean, as a musician yourself, where would you say that a lot of that is sourced from, or is it comes naturally?
I guess because I'm more of a music writer than a lyric writer, so all of this melody just pops up in my head. So I hear it and I record it, and maybe I'll make a song out of it.
All right. Well, many young people dream of becoming a rock star, and you're more or less living that dream. So what are some of the aspects of being a young musician that might surprise people?
Well, I'm not where I want to be yet by a long shot. I mean, I did start in a Beatles tribute band, and I've been kind of, you have to build. You can't just like start at 0 and then just magically end up at 100 in 2 days. You have to keep working at it for years and years and years.
Yeah, and I think that is I think that's a big misconception in young people, especially, if they see a movie or something where somebody got discovered just, nonchalantly, and all of a sudden they're a rock star or a professional athlete. It doesn't come from nowhere. That there's a lot of work behind it, and I think a lot of people don't see that, and they don't understand that.
Right.
So what advice would you give to aspiring artists that are trying to follow that same path that you're on?
Well, I have two things of advice. First, stay true to yourself, because if you're not doing what you love, people will be able to hear that. People will be able to see that. And most of all, you won't like what you're doing. And if you do make it big time, then you're going to be unhappy for the rest of your life if you're not doing what you love.
Yeah.
And secondly, never, ever give up. Because I've been going at this for 7 years, and I'm still not where I want to be. So you just have to keep on going.
All right. So where exactly do you want to be?
I want to be in the stadiums. But I just want to get my music out to more people. I want to entertain more people. I want to play big venues. I want my CDs to reach more people. I just want to entertain more people.
Okay, now you have recently released your debut CD. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this project?
Well, this is my debut CD. This CD is called Believe It. It's a bit heavier than the other stuff that I've done. And I really think for this CD, I've gotten into my style now.
Yeah.
And I think 3 out of the 6 songs have been, I guess you could say, in the vaults, just so my voice could grow into them. Because when I wrote some of these songs for 2014, I still have a little kid voice. So now that my voice has grown into them, I feel like they're more legitimate, and you can feel the song more.
Yeah.
So, and you can find this on my website at www.griffintuckermusic.rocks. And you can find anything about me there, like my merch, my social media, my CD, anything you want to know, probably be on my website.
Awesome. And, I've listened to what you've got out on YouTube and Reverb Nation. And I know that those that are listening to this episode, if they will check out YouTube, they can kind of see that progression that you were talking about from when you were much younger. You can see this evolution, not just of your voice, but that passion as well as the talent. And you've really come a long way in a very short amount of time.
Thank you.
So folks, not only does he have this CD available, Believe It, but he's got plenty of merch on his website. He's got shirts, wristbands, other items. So definitely check out the website. That's www.griffintuckermusic.rocks. Check him out. Pull him up on YouTube. He's got a Reverb Nation. Where else can people find you on social media?
You can find me on social media, on Facebook, Griffin Tucker Music, and on Twitter and Instagram, it'll be GKT Rocks, and on YouTube, it'll be GKT Rocks 2012. And also, speaking of YouTube, we have be on the lookout, because there's going to be 2 new music videos coming out for 2 of my new songs on my debut CD, Believe It, and Some Kind of Love Song.
Awesome. All right, well, this has been another episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. I've been your host today, Louise Leone. Griffin, thank you so much for being on our show. Folks, check him out at his website. Check him out on social media. Check him out on the YouTube, the Reverb Nation. And people, thank you so much for supporting live music. And always, always remember,
ETX rocks.
They didn't know about a rock and roll show and all that jive. White man had the savants, black man had the blues. No one knew what they was gonna do, but Tchaikovsky had the news. He said, let there be sound, and there was sound. Let there be light, guitar. Let up your rock.
sure to tune in to ETX Rocks with
Boston Chris.
Aaron Watson, ETX Rocks.
ETX Rocks, Alan Fox Band.
Hey guys, we're the Morning Madhouse. I'm Carter.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger.
It's the best podcast ever made in all of history.
Hi, this is Paul Bebo, and I ETX Rocks with Boston Chris Barnes. You're gonna love it.
ETX Rocks.
Hey, East Texas, DP here. ETX Rocks.
Hey, East Texas, we're Enduring House, a Christian rock band.
ETX Rocks!
Hey, this is Monty Pittman from ETX Rocks.
Hey, East Texas, Jaden Farnsworth, ETX Rocks.
Hey, everybody, I'm David McCarty with the Gypsy Creek Band. As always, ETX Rocks.
Hey guys, this is Chris Colston. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
The ETX ROCKS Show.
The ETX ROCKS Show.
Ho! Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I just want to make sure you support local music.
Hi East Texas, this is Chris Wayne.
And Crystal Clark with KYKX 1057. ETX Rocks!
Hey East Texas, we're Lady Chaz and the Tramps. And just remember,
ETX Rocks.
Hey, this is Todd Freeman of ETX Rocks with Boston Chris.
Hey, East Texas, I'm Waylon Hicks. And remember, ETX rocks.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the one and only SP, El Mexicano con Estilo. Make sure to support your local music, and ETX rocks.
Hello, we're one way home.
Hey, East Texas, this is Teaser.
Please continue to support local music.
And always remember, ETX Rocks!
Howdy folks, this is Aaron Watson. Support local music and ETX rocks.
Hey, this is Chris Colston. Make sure you support local music
and ETX Rocks.
Hey, this is Hannah Kirby. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
Tough guy, ho!
Covering music-related content of all genres. If it filters through Eastern Texas, it's fair game. Y'all bring it. From Texarkana down to the coast and Dallas down to Houston and everything in between. We are ETX Rocks!
Hit the brakes!
Cut.